Happy Friday, everybody. For a little bit of Friday fun, I figured, you know what? After revisiting New York Comic Con 2013, which was a nice time to just think about again and just go back to those memories and all those pictures and all the fun I had, I was thinking, you know what? For a little more Friday fun to send you off into the weekend, how about another blast from the past? Before we get into that though, I want to show you off this picture. Now in this picture this is a kind of a, what would you call it, like a hand cart, a wheel, I don't even know, like a wheel, a hand wheel cart, whatever you want to call it, that has a handle on it and like roll around. Somebody got it for me as a gift just to store some stuff, and that's what I did. I stored a lot of comic related stuff in there, and you kind of see some of it. So like a bunch of this, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna use this for a few more videos because I got some cool stuff in here to show off. That I had some of it I haven't looked at in years, including what we're getting to today. So hop in the Wayback Machine as we go back to a time when I was actually getting mail subscriptions from Marvel Comics. Actual comics in the mail, one by one. All they came with was these little, not even vacuum boards, like, think how flimsy these are, and just a plastic, like clear plastic bag kind of thing. And yeah, it was interesting time. I had to think about even what year this was. I know a lot of the offers for some of these expired in what, 05. So roughly around a year, probably, I don't think I need anything for 03. So maybe beginning sometime 04, 05, late 04, going into 05 perhaps. Or you know what, yeah, sometime around 2004, going into 2005 and 6 and whatnot. And I had, it was just, I don't even remember what made me do it. I was just thinking, oh, you know what? Let me try this Marvel subscriptions. You get this fantastic deal. Like even as they say here, any title, just $19.97. And a lot of times they had, I think at one point, I think some were more than that. But then if you got multiple, like 2 or 3 titles, wait, where was that? Just below for $19.97. I think if you got more than that each month, you got a discount on them. So here's just what some of those look like. I'm just holding this up, but I will show up some overlay some better pictures throughout most of this video, so you'll see a lot of images of what some of these have and some of the details of the front. It just says Marvel subscriptions, and it's just this web design in the background. Please do not bend. Add your service requested. And then there was a little 3-digit code. Every title had a is it all 3 digits? Yeah, or 3-character code for like abbreviation of the title, or just a shorthand for the title. AVE was Avengers, MEN was the X-Men title, and then XME was Uncanny X-Men, USP, Ultimate Spider-Man, UXM, you can guess what that is, and just all down the list. And you can kind of see that, again, you can see that here, and there's usually some kind of character art. A lot of the ones I have were Spider-Man. Here's some Silver Surfer in here, Wolverine was on one of these, and here's like the odd occasional colored one, which pops up. That was Amazing Spider-Man when I was 3 times a month, just $1.39 an issue. So this is way back then, and I was reading X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Spider-Man, Wolverine, New Avengers, and because that was the main Avengers title at the time. And actually, let's see what else was that here. I don't think I was doing Amazing Spider-Man, which is weird, but apparently I wasn't. So I don't think I jumped onto that till a little bit later. And yes, I was getting a bunch of these, and it was cool because you could do everything online. You could view your subscriptions online, renew subscriptions, cancel. You could do everything online. So that's what I would do. Just do my debit card, because obviously I wasn't doing anything, like none of this shit by mail. That's absolute nonsense. But I just imagine like how much like old stuff, like mail or stuff people did like through the mail. Like how like it must have just been just the Wild West. It was absolutely lawless with that shit. Like just like how much information was just getting passed through the mail like that. But that's kind of how it goes, mail system. So yeah, this was everything. Like I always kept all of these. Again, they just came with these, and then the plastic bag so you can see the title. I think it was the back. I feel like it was the back, and then the cover would face these. So I was like, you know, let me just keep all these. That obviously doesn't take up much space, but this is, I don't even know how many these were or how many I had and how long I did this for, but eventually I just stopped. But it was cool. I was like, yo, you know, I can get Marvel Comics, I can get them discounted, and I'm getting delivered to my crib. This is absolute, like, this is what a time to be alive. This is great. Little did I know, absolutely no idea what the future would hold. Now we get comics every month, and even more frequently that on occasion through mycomicshop.com, eBay, and whoever, like, other sellers or whatever, maybe. But no idea what the future would hold. I thought this was just great by itself. Like, oh, this is cool. Now, sometimes they did, obviously, because if you think about like the Walmart comic packs and maybe even Five Below when they used to sell comic packs, they're not that protected. You get some like this, the little, I don't even know, cellophane, plastic, whatever, and maybe a little backer board that's similar to this little flimsy thing. Nothing really protecting it. Corner's probably going to get dinged. So I did end up with occasional damaged books, but it wasn't that big a deal at the time. It wasn't too bad. But I do still have a bunch of those, and it was cool. Like, it was just great. This was a great time. This was reading, and then they would come. So the new books would get released, and I think mine would arrive. I feel like they would either arrive the Saturday of that week or maybe the following Monday. It's hard to, like, that's just so long ago. Like, we're talking 15 years ago, give or take. And what they would do on the cover, or not on the cover, but on the front of this, again, that 3-digit code and some other, I don't even know what this other stuff was, other numbers were, but it would say the issue number, and then it would tell you how many more issues you had remaining of your subscription. So if you're running out, like this one is, what was it, Wolverine 245, which is actually, it was the legacy numbering, but at the time it was the other Wolverine series that started in 2003 or 4. I don't remember. It might have been, what year was that? It wasn't 05. It started before that. But whatever that Wolverine series was, that eventually led into Enemy of the State and Civil War tie-ins, and then eventually Old Man Logan, like that volume. That's what this was, but they just used the legacy numbering on the front of these. And there was one I wanted to show up specifically, but it was, I was trying to figure like, oh man, let me see what other titles I was reading at the time. And then I flipped through, like, found the X-Men one, X-Men 200, which was the X-Men versus the Marauders one, which I always show off. It's the one I have, well, not even, I don't even have even put it back up yet. But it's the X-Men 200 that I have signed by Chris Bacalo and Humberto Ramos, the two variants by both of those artists that I still want Mike Carey to sign, and Tim Townsend, and I think I got Edgar Delgado on there as well. But it's that one. And I was like, oh, because I remember all those covers. Like, I remember when those dropped, and I was getting the subscription, so I got the A cover, which was the X-Men cover. I was like, all right, I just got to go out. So I went out and hit the shop and bought the B cover, which was the Marauders cover with Gambit and all of them. And then eventually there was a third one, which was David Finch. So I went up and bought both of those, probably the same day too. So like, I already know, because I had already seen them online. So like, oh yeah, obviously I already knew I was gonna need both of those, because I just had to make sure I get both of those. I just felt like, I was like, oh man, and maybe I even thought that they were gonna sell out. I was like, I just want to get both of them, all three covers. I have all three, so now I have duplicates of all of them. I don't know about the Finch one actually. I don't know if I have multiple covers of that one, but I hope I did, because it's dope as well. Big gatefold variant with a whole bunch of mutants and some Sentinels in the background as well. I think the Hellfire Club is on there, and there might be a couple other, like the human characters that might be connected to the X-Men in there. Maybe Myra McTaggart is on there perhaps. But that was just cool. And then I show off some of the cover, or some of the art there. So again, that's Ultimate Spider-Man there. And then here is another one. I want to say, I don't remember who did this. It's not Phil Jimenez. Maybe it's Jimenez. I don't know. I'm not sure who did that one. And then here's Iron Man by Addie Gronov. This is when Iron Man, or that Extremist Armor, which was from around the same time. And what was I gonna say? It was Warren Ellis was on that one, Addie Gronov, and it was like a 6-issue miniseries that did the Extremist arc, and I feel like there was a follow-up series as well, a follow-up miniseries, but I don't remember. I just remember the Extremist arc. I feel like I'm like 90% sure it was a 6-issue miniseries. And let's see. Oh, we got Norrin Radd, aka Silver Surfer, right there. And then like all of these, I have them. They're all organized by series now. So like I just put them in order of issue number. So that's why even just going through the series, you can see how the back has changed. because, or the order form, I guess, because you'll see available to current subscribers only deals. And then there was they get both Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate X-Men for just $37.94. So that was what a yearly subscription was for both of those, like a combo deal. So I think these, around the time they were these $1.99? No. Or nope, they were $2.99. They might have been $2.99. But yeah, so we got Marvel subscriber savings coupon. So you list the titles you want and the 3-digit code. And let's see what else. Return the savings coupon or copy to Marvel subscriptions and all the information there again. And you could go online, marvel.com/subscribe. And I imagine they still do this because I know Journo's Comics, he showed these off in a couple videos, and once I saw that and he mentioned that, I had a comment about that. I was like, yo, that's just so funny that you show those off, because I used to do the same thing, and I still have all my, I don't know if I said I still have all my backing boards, but I just wanted to like comment like, yo, like I used to do that too. And they have them all grouped off by categories, so, or families, I guess you could say. So Marvel Adventure series, which were kind of the more, like they were more scaled down stories. Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and Avengers. He's kind of scaled down. I think those were definitely more like shorter stories and probably more one and dones, I imagine, and just kind of geared towards younger readers and just kids. So like nothing too complex. And Spider-Man series, so you got Amazing, Sensational, Friendly Neighborhood, Amazing Spider-Girl, and Spider-Man Loves Mary Jane. But then there's also Ultimate Spider-Man, but it was just, this is when there are several Ultimate titles going. And then X-Men family, obviously, Astonishing X-Men, Cable, Deadpool, which a lot of people like. Exiles, Excalibur, New Excalibur, sorry. Uncanny X-Men, Wolverine Origins, X-Factor, X-Men, Black Panther. And there are, for Marvel Knights, it was Black Panther and Daredevil, at least at this time. But the weird thing about it was, there, like, as I mentioned, Wolverine Origins, which wasn't an ongoing series. And so like they would list miniseries and events on these. And then I think if something ran out, or if it got canceled, or maybe if you canceled your subscription, you could get those remaining issues like that transferred to another title. I know that at least with canceled series, like, oh, you know what, we can transfer your subscription over to another series. And then there was Marvel Heroes category, which was everybody else outside of Spider-Man and the X-Men. Captain America, Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, Hulk, Iron Man, Mighty Avengers when that was up. Stemming out of Civil War and the Initiative, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, New Avengers, Punisher World Journal, Runaway, She-Hulk, Thunderbolts, and Thor. I remember that, actually. I remember that Thor series. So yeah, this must have definitely been right after Civil War. Let's see if I get a date on this. Oh, well, it just has the offer expires, and then on the front it says 2007, so let's see what else you got here. A lot of gems here. So again, it was just a fun time for the few titles I was getting, and then I was still hit my shop for other series that I wanted. I'm trying to figure out see if I can show you some other character art that was on here. There's that Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man cover again, but in black and white. So I think I showed up the color one already. Yeah, I was like, man, I always kept these. I used to keep keeping like just little shit. Like I just love collecting a lot of shit. Like luckily these don't take up much space, so it's not. Oh, look at that. There's a Hawk one, and this is something I used to always do with either subscriptions in when you saw them in a comic, when they used to list like the titles coming out, and then be like, oh, you know what? I would love to have this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. But on this one, I think I circled all the ones I wanted or was interested in, but I didn't get. Because yeah, even on here, this one has Young X-Men and X-Men Legacy. So you remember X-Men Legacy was from the main X-Men title, but it got changed to that was a title change that it ran, or that it ended on. So the 1991 series X-Men, it ran X-Men through what, like I think, was it 17? Somewhere around then. Like when Grant Morrison, Frank Quitely, and all them took over and changed to new X-Men, and then it ran like 30, 40 issues, and it changed back to X-Men, and then up around 207, it changed back to X-Men Legacy, and it ran to X-Men Legacy, or was it 205, somewhere around there. So it ran X-Men Legacy until the end, which was X-Men Legacy 275. Was it $2.75? Yeah. Which is this cover right here by the fantastic Mark Brooks. And then you got, oh yes, this is one of my favorite pieces ever. John Romita Jr. This Amazing Spider-Man. Oh my gosh. This Amazing Spider-Man art, which was the cover for ASM 568, which was absolutely fantastic cover there. I have that shirt. You might have seen in the past as well. Another Iron Man. Oh, there we go. So Garney Wolverine. Dude, dope. This was actually, you know what? This was from the Wolverine Origin series. That one went, so it wasn't ongoing because it went six. I remember at least went 16 issues, and I think 16 was the last issue of that one. Let's see, what other gems we got in here? I just wanted to show this off. So I was like, yeah, you know, this is cool. I don't know if I showed off Silver Surfer. I think I did. But there's that again. And yeah, just all the type of deals. How about Amazing Spider-Man 3 times a month? Order now and save over 50% off the cover price. Get 36 issues for just $49.97. Now you're getting 3 issues a month, which is just absolutely insane. I still don't understand why they ever did that. Not even do it like once, but multiple times for several titles. Just insane. Like why? Like why are you doing that? It's just stop. Just slow it down. Ease it back. Pull it back and relax. See, there's some other titles on here. Like the new titles. So I think this one on the front should say, "Yep, 9 new titles." So that was in She-Hulk, Thunderbolts, The Thing, which was that couldn't ran that long. New Excalibur. Let's see, great for all ages. That was a Marvel Adventures line. So again, just those 3 titles: Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and Avengers. Some good titles. They should have made one for the X-Men. That would have been a nice little one. And Hawk, you probably could have had some fun with Hawk, maybe. I don't know. This is an all ages title. You could do something if you use your imagination. Now this one is a little bit more scaled back. So you kind of see the number of titles there. What we got? So Amazing Spider-Man. So like all those other Spider-Man titles didn't exist. The Marvel Adventures Avengers wasn't being published yet. Only 6 X-Men titles. Marvel Knights when Marvel Knights 4. So that Fantastic Four. And then Ultimate Marvel. So this was back when Ultimate 2 was going. And the other 3 Ultimate titles. And then just the Marvel Heroes selection was only 6. Cap, Fantastic Four, Hulk, Iron Man, Avengers, new and young. So that was happening at that time. Oh man, what a time to be alive. Getting comics in the mail. Again, I think it was, it's so hard to remember, but I feel like it took a few days, maybe something, I would get them sometime between Friday and the following Tuesday. I just spitballing there. And no idea. I can't remember whatsoever. 15 years ago, give or take. Ghost Rider, Moon Knight again, Miss Marvel, for X Factor, which was probably, I don't think which X Factor title it was. I have it in my head. I think it was the one that Madrox was leading it, because I think Havoc and Polaris were on the Uncanny team at the time with Ed Brubaker and was it Billy Tan or Philip Tan? I think it was Billy Tan. And that was the Supernova. Wait, no, Supernova was that X? No, that was X-Men. But in Uncanny, that was when Havoc and Polaris were on the team. Havoc was leading them, or Havoc and Polaris, or maybe it was just Havoc was leading them, and there was a whole Jean Grey arc in there, or like the whole Grey family arc. So dealing with the Phoenix stuff and the Shi'ar, and it was going down. Yeah, that was Ed Brubaker, and that one was pretty good. But yeah, so oh man, it was just cool. Let me know in the comments below if you got subscriptions in the mail like this from Marvel, or I don't even know, did DC do stuff? I imagine DC did stuff like this. I have no idea. I wasn't reading DC yet. Not for like another year or so, after at least most of these began. But check out our new expanded websites. I mean, you obviously, as I said, you can still get these. I know Journal does it just for, I think, Amazing Spider-Man maybe, but he mentioned that, and that's kind of passing in one of his videos, so I thought that was cool. 2 hot new series, exclamation point. Get triple the action and save over $57. 8 new titles, exclamation point. Special 2-for-1 gift offer enclosed. And I think one of these was for, what is that? Astonishing X-Men number 25. So there's like a gold sticker on the front that says special double-sized issue or something like that. Just for like a anniversary, I guess you could say, because you get issue number 25, 50, maybe 75 as well. And then of course 100. Gonna get usually extra size issues as you do, just to commemorate the like publishing length of a series. So, but yeah, I just wanted to revisit the past a bit, hop in the Wayback Machine. Y'all come with me, take a trip the memory lane to a time when I was reading what, like five, six titles, give or take, and getting them in the mail. It was cool. Open them up, read them, boom. And I didn't have any much to store them in, so I would just keep them in those plastic bags for a bit until I got more bags and boards. Boom, pop them in and put those away. So yeah, that was cool. So yeah, just wanted to do that again, having a time machine. So let me know what you thought of this. Again, if you ever got subscriptions mailed, let me know. Obviously, we already know what it's at right now with mycomicshop.com, Midtown, DCBS, and I don't know what other services there are right now. If you're using any of those, let me know in the comments below. Share it all with the comics community. If you use another service out there, let us know. I know you can even get them on eBay. I've seen those sometimes where different sellers offering up subscriptions like that, which is, I think, is cool. Just cool access thing. Some people don't have immediate access to a comic shop, or just don't want to, again, spend that money, because obviously I go to mycomicshop.com because I save a ton of money and I'm never worried about like keeping up with stuff. So like I'm always behind the reading and I don't care. Like I can usually avoid spoilers, so that's okay with me. But yeah, so that's that. Happy Friday. Hopefully everyone has a good weekend. Let me know what you're up to, what you're reading this weekend. I have a lot of books on deck and some videos to record again for next week. A lot of stuff coming and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So yeah, happy reading, happy hunting, happy collecting. This is GENOTHADRAGON. Thanks for watching and peace out.